Hello guys, myself Dia.
Myself, Megashri.
Myself Pujita.
Myself, Sinchana.
And we are from Sayadri College of Engineering and Management. So this is a simple presentation on 8086 microprocessor using Dosbox. So let's start by how to install Dosbox. So the steps are, first open browser and go to Dosbox download. If you are downloading for Windows, locate the Windows installer and select it. After it downloads, download is completed, the follow the directions on the screen, and you will the DOSBox will be downloaded on your PC. And let's start with what is DOSBox. DOSBox is basically a free and open source emulator which runs on a software for MS-DOS. And this was first released in 2002, and it's been running since then, and it is widely used for DOS games. And its features could be a command line program, and it's basically you can write a command in a single line and you can edit it. And the second feature would be graphical front ends, which is developed by community. And the usage is basically which is started from since 2011, and it is developed for Wine compatibility. Layers have integrated DOSBox into Wine to facilitate running DOS programs. And from 2015, it has been used for games, library games. By the time of October 2019, it was widely used for games. Nearly 6,934 games were created. So over to Sinchana.
So guys, I'll be explaining the initial steps to be followed in a DOSBox application and how to execute a file. So the first step is mounting of a file. So the syntax goes like mount name of the file space C semicolon slash DOSBox slash 8086. Here 8086 is the name of the microprocessor. And once the file is mounted, the second step is to change the directory of the file. Once the directory is changed, the third step is to edit the file. So editing is basically utility in order to create ASM files and edit those ASM files. And after editing and before executing, there are two other steps that need to be followed. That is assembling and linking. So syntax of assembling goes like MASM space array is name of the file dot ASM. And once you click that, you have to click on enter multiple times to prevent many other command prompts. So when the warning errors and severe errors are zero, you have to link this file. So the syntax goes like link space name of the file dot obj. And after linking the file, you have to click enter multiple times, and then comes the execution step where you have to syntax goes like td in caps space name of the file dot exe, and then the file is executed. Over to Mega.
We press edit and we give the file name, this window will open, and here we type the code. So this code is for copying the elements of one array to another array. So there are two segments. First is the X segment. In the X segment, it is the data segment, and the Y segment is the code segment. So Y segment is a code segment, that is nothing but the instructions that will be processed by the processor. And first we will initialize array 1. We give 4 hexadecimal values, and array 2 is we initialize it as 0. And then we give count as 4. Count is nothing but the number of values that we need to copy. So here we are copying 4 values, and that is the data segment. Next we come to the next Y segment, which is the code segment. So we assume Y as the code segment and X as the data segment. We'll start the code by the code command begin. Now first we will move the elements of the X, that is nothing but array 1 to AX. AX is a register. And then we will move the elements of AX to DS. DS is the again data segment. Then we will transfer, or we will move the components or the values of array 1 to the source index by using the command offset, and the values of array 2 to data index, that is by using offset. And we will give the by the immediate immediate data transfer, we give value 4 to the count register. we'll enter the loop, that is back, that is the command used to give the loop. And here we will give the value of the source index to the register AX. Then we will move the values of the data in the AX to the data index. So here the first data is, or the first value is already copied. Then to copy the second value, we have to increment SI and DI, which is source index and the data index. So after incrementing, we will decrement. So that is, once you increment, we will decrement the value, decrement the counter, so that already one data is copied, to copy the other data. Now, similarly, we will come to J and Z back. J and Z nothing but jump if not 0. So when once it comes to J and Z, if J and Z is 0, it goes back to the, no, if J and Z is 0, it will exit from the loop. And if J and Z is not 0, it will go back to the loop and perform the actions, perform the operations. J and Z is to nothing but to either go back to the loop or to check for the condition. That is the main this thing. And the next is move AH4CH. Now this is the command of the DOS interrupt to exit or come out of the program or exit the program. Basically, this was a program to copy elements of array 1 to array 2. And this is the simple code that we use. Over to Pujita.
Hello everyone, I'm going to explain the execution of the program, execution of the code. Here, this is the program counter values. These are the instructions, and these are the X codes for this, and these are called as flags. Here, this is the first instruction, move AX 4, 48AD. When we run this, when we execute this instruction and move to the next instruction, here AX value will be changed to 48AD. In the same way, we can change the value of the DS, SI, DI. In the same way, by changing the value will be changed to 48AD. The same way here AX is changed, and in the same way DS also will change, SI also will change. And this instruction, JNE, is the jump instruction, where it puts the instruction in loop. Here we used for loop will be executed, and this for loop will be executed by the 4 times. Like first, when we enter the 4 numbers as a code, first it takes first number as the first instruction, and after executing the jump instruction, again it goes to the first to take the second number. Again it repeats the same similar type of process until it reaches the 4 times it will execute. And last, it comes to the int 21 is the terminating of this code. Thank you.